First of all, I would like to express my appreciation for all those who helped in the writing of the essays and in the selection process of the essay contest. We are happy to have 35 students who wrote a response to the question, why am I pro-life? All of the essays were very well written and show that our youth have a deep appreciation and respect for life in all stages. Selecting the winners was not an easy task. We are happy to present to you the top 3 essays who will each be given a $50 cash prize from MCCL, Morrison County Chapter, for their superb message and being with us today. Speaking first is Allie Flahave. She is an 8th grader at Mary Lord's School. Her parents are Amanda and Bryn Flahave. So welcome, Allie. Woo!
Abby Johnson, pro-abortion turned pro-life. Abby Johnson believes that pro-life means standing up for all life, valuing all life. Abby Johnson was a former founder of Planned Parenthood who, after watching an abortion, became pro-life. She is a huge pro-life advocate through her Planned Parenthood experiences, her organization, and her books. While she was working in Planned Parenthood, she was asked to assist in abortion and witnessed a baby die. She left Planned Parenthood and they tried to silence her and bring her to court. After her experience, she became pro-life. She realized what she was doing was wrong and changed her mind. Now she helps others not make the same mistakes. Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you. Before you were born, I set you apart. Jeremiah 1, verse 5. The Bible tells us that God knew you before you were even born. To help others realize what abortion is, Abby Johnson opened an organization. The organization is called And Then There Were None. It encourages and supports abortion clinic workers to leave the industry. With this, she has helped over 700 workers leave the abortion industry. Abby Johnson says that I am not just pro-birth, I believe in supporting a woman during and after pregnancy. She believes in supporting women and helping them stray away from having an abortion. She also wrote books to help people know the reality of abortion. Her books are unplanned and the walls are talking. They help you discover God's mercy and narrate the horrible and life-changing experiences of former abortion clinic workers. The books help you know what happens when you get an abortion, what is it doing, and how it is taking away life. She has helped a lot of people become pro-life and leave an abortion program. Abby Johnson, who witnessed an abortion, changed her ways for the better. She's a good role model for those who are considering an abortion and can help you think otherwise. I am pro-life because I have realized what abortion is and that we should value all life like Abby Johnson. All life should matter, and even a baby in a woman's belly is a living human being.
Thank you, Alan. Our second presenter is Bryn Fuechtmann. She is also an 8th grader at Mary Lawrence School. Her parents are Nicole and Travis Fuechtmann. Welcome, Bryn.
Contradictory laws about unborn lives. Every life is a human and has something to contribute to the world. Pope Francis. By killing an innocent baby, the world will never get to experience its greatness. Every year, worldwide, 73 million babies are aborted. This is tragic, especially because the legal system contradicts itself in regards to an unborn life. I am pro-life because the legal system acknowledges that an unborn life is a life, when especially looking at an eagle egg. Protections, vehicular homicide, and what the natural law says. If someone destroys an eagle egg, they can get in trouble with the law. The law itself says a person who in any manner maims, kills, or destroys any designated bird or destroys the nest or eggs of any such bird shall be guilty of petty misdemeanor. Consequences for breaking this law is up to a $100,000 fine and prison time. By comparing this to humans, there's a zero cost of the life of one of God's children. By the law of the state of Minnesota, it says it is okay to kill a baby and the parents of this child are agreeing with this act. The eagle egg law is contradictory to how the legal system views the unborn. Another example of the contradictory laws are related to vehicular homicide. If a pregnant woman is killed in a car crash, it is considered 2 deaths. If an unborn is not a human person, no justification for abortion is necessary. However, if the unborn is a human person, no justification for abortion is adequate. There are many cases of vehicular homicide. One of these cases is about Casey Myers. Casey was driving to work at Central Care in St. Cloud when a truck driver ran a stop sign and ran into Casey's car and sadly killed her and her 5-month-old unborn baby Simon. The man was responsible and required to pay Casey's husband $7,900, complete 10 years of community service, and make a $1,000 donation to an organization. In this case, the legal system acknowledges that baby Simon was a valuable life, and yet the legal system also allows abortions. God's laws are clearly state abortion is wrong. In the Bible, God talks about how valuable life is. We should not be going against God's love for us and our children. Jeremiah 1-5 says, "Before I formed you in the womb, I knew you, and before you were born, I consecrated you." God knew us before we were born. He calls us to love one another and take care of everyone, even the unborn. All of these lives are just as important as yours, so everyone needs to stop and think about what they are doing before they abort their baby. Dr. Seuss once said, "A person's a person, no matter how small." We should never consider killing an unborn child.
You better watch my floor speeches. You better watch my floor speeches.
Thank you, Bryn. Our final presenter is also an 8th grader at Mary Lawrence Catholic School. She is Delilah Wesenberg. She is the daughter of Jennifer and Nathan Wesenberg. So welcome, Delilah.
The horrible reality of eugenics. I am pro-life because I believe every human life is special and should be protected from conception. One of the scariest issues related to this is eugenics, a movement that tries to control and manipulate reproduction based on genetic traits. Eugenics is when people choose to encourage or stop certain traits in babies, often through abortion or sterilization, to make the human race better. Studies show that up to 90% of eugenics programs have ended in aborting babies that were considered unfit or undesirable. Eugenics is one of the most terrifying pro-life issues because it manipulates reproductive choices and often leads to abortion, which kills unborn babies. This is very dangerous because it treats human life as something that can be judged and discarded based on genetics. Eugenics looks at traits of an unborn baby and decides whether they are good or bad based on their genes. It considers things like physical appearance or mental ability and deems it fit or unfit. People who support eugenics believe some traits are better than others and want to get rid of babies with traits they don't like. This idea reduces human life to just a set of genes instead of recognizing that every person has value just because they are human. When society starts to judge lives based on genetics, it leads to horrible actions like forced sterilizations or abortion of babies with disabilities. This shows how dangerous it is to think some lives are more valuable than others. Eugenics often leads to abortion. When doctors look at a fetus and decide it has undesirable traits, many times the pregnancy is terminated. Francis Galton said that only certain perfect traits should be allowed to live. Sadly, many babies are killed because they are not considered perfect enough by eugenics standards. This shows how eugenics can make us see human life as replaceable or less important. It's wrong to judge life and decide it's better to end it because it has a different genetic makeup. The Bible teaches us that every life is special and made by God. In Psalm 139, verse 13 and 14, it says, "For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. I praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made." This reminds us that God made each person with purpose and love, even before they are born. It shows us that all life, no matter what it looks like or what traits it has, should be valued and protected because God created it. Eugenics is one of the scariest pro-life issues because it tries to control and judge human lives based off genetics. It looks at an unborn baby and decides if it is valuable, and if it isn't considered valuable, it often leads to abortion. This goes against what Scripture teaches us about every life. Being pro-life, we need to stand up for all human life and remember person is created by God and deserves respect and love.
We appreciate each of you for being with us today to share your thoughts and to let everyone know that the future of MCCL is bright, knowing that our youth are learning about the meaning of pro-life and are committed to the mission of respecting life.